Hello and welcome to my video here today. First off, I just want to quickly talk about my Patreon page where I offer remodding services, roster reviews, and I also offer the chance to star in one of my videos if you want to. So check that out. Everything is fully Patreon based, so you always know what you're paying, what you're getting, and when you're getting it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the video. So for today's video we're going to be talking about this bad girl Ray here, and if you've unlocked her you know how much of a pain the mirror matches in Squad Arena is, and not to talk about Grand Arena and in Territory Wars. And usually the Titan teams take off 3 or 4 other teams to get your own team, but this team that I have here today you only need resistance characters and Hermit Yoda and General Skywalker. So Hermit Yoda can easily be subbed out in a Jedi team for something else, and General Skywalker is best at home with his 501st, but you can use Shakti as a leader and still bring down plenty of teams. But enough talk about that, let's get straight into the action. So the first team I'm facing here is Rey with 5s, Rex, Skywalker, and Hermit Yoda, and this is a pretty common team that you're gonna see plenty of in the arena. And as you can probably notice here that my team isn't optimized with the mods. The enemy team has taken both General Skywalker 5s and Rex before me, so I could have had a lot more speed on Resistance Hero Finn and it would have worked out a lot better, but that just proves to show how efficient this counter is against a mirror match when you don't need optimized mods in order to win the fight. And as you can see here, it's the whole thought of the tactic and the team is that you're gonna ping pong all those turns to Rey by feeding her turn meter all the time. And one thing that's important to note with this is if you're doing a mirror match and both have their ultimate, you don't want to be the first person to use your ultimate, because if you do, the enemy Rey is gonna go shortly after and your ultimates are gonna do 1 damage. However, the enemy's ultimate is gonna do full damage. As you can see here shortly, there we go, Rey did her ultimate, no damage at all to my team, and as soon as my Rey's turn to do the damage, and she's gonna do full damage to them. So always save your ultimate, even if you have a faster Rey, if you're feeding her turn meter all the time, save your ultimate until the enemy triggers it. And sometimes you're gonna see that you don't have the possibility to do that, but it's better to not use your ultimate than to use it and then have it do 1 damage. So then it's better to just save it and to use it at a later time. Because if you have a full team of 5 people, it's quite easy to tank the ultimate because it doesn't do that much damage. So the fight here is pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's 5 against 3 now, and I skipped the ultimate there with Rey because I didn't skip it, I actually made an error. I fed the Rey turn meter with Finn when she didn't have her ultimate up. If I would have done something else with Finn and took another turn in between, Rey would have her ultimate up there. And as you can see here, I saved the ultimate because the enemy Rey already used her, so I tanked it successfully because I have a lot of bonus protection on my team. The fight is pretty straightforward here. As you can see, I'm doing a 5 versus 2 right now, trying to take out Hermit Yoda to get rid of those heals and the extra turn meter he feeds to Rey, and now it's just a 5v1, and from here on out I could probably press auto and it wouldn't do any difference. So here we have another shot of the team. We're facing almost the same team, but instead of Hermit Yoda we have Wat Tambor, and that changes up a little bit. It gives the other team more firepower in the beginning, but it's gonna take it out in the end, because Hermit Yoda's biggest strength on this team is that he constantly keeps in stealth and doesn't allow the enemy team to take him down, which basically means that you have Ray plus Hermit Yoda in the end, so you're gonna have an advantage there. But as you can see, it's almost the same thing. You wanna feed the turn meter to Ray, get a whirlwind up as soon as possible, start picking out the enemies one by one, save your own ultimate until the enemy Ray uses her ultimate. And don't forget that Wat Tambor is a dark side enemy, so if you're facing him when the other team uses their ultimate, you can target him instead. And even if you don't, you should probably take him out with ultimate, because it's gonna do a lot of damage to him when he's not dark side. And this fight isn't going as good as it could. As you can see, my Finn has lost his damage immunity and has been down to pretty low health, but I think we got it covered anyways, or I know we got it covered. But it stands to show that you can have some downsides, you can get some bad luck, and you're still gonna make it through the fight. So it's and the good thing about this team is that so far I haven't been close to getting a timeout yet. It does really well on its own, and it doesn't really need it doesn't have to have the fast pace that you usually need your squad arena matches with Ray, where you can't spare a single second, because you know that in the end it's gonna be Ray versus Ray just standing there beating on each other. So it's good in that way as well. I really like this team. Now that Rex has his damage immunity, Ray is low on health, I'm just gonna start picking off her, and it's pretty much a done deal from here on out. As you can see, she doesn't have much left, and there we go, Ray's down, and it just leaves Rex, and a 5v1 versus Rex ain't anything to worry about. Those are the two fights I had to show you here today. About the counter, I was thinking of getting plenty more, but let me tell you that this counter works 100% of the time. I've been using it in my squad arena to climb for the last couple of days, and it's just amazing. And it's not gonna hold that great on defense, so you should probably switch back to a regular Titans team then. But if you're in the chat and you got good contact with your teammates, you're not gonna drop that much anyway, so you don't have to use another fight to change it out. Thank you all for watching my video. Remember to check out my Patreon, like my YouTube channel, and subscribe, and come into my Discord and have a chat with me. Bye bye.